That's full daddy proof right there.
Full daddy proof.
Full daddy.
All right. Game face, Greg. Here we go. Welcome in, everybody. It's the Craft Beer Republic. Thanks for drinking. Thanks for joining. I am Greg. I am being joined by the sexiest virtuoso in all the Midwest, and that is Daddy Flexi. What's up, Daddy?
You know, you are too kind to me.
Well, you know, it's warranted. It's very warranted.
Oh,
And then-
shucks.
Then joining us in studio, I don't know that she plays any musical instruments, but one hell of a skin. No, it's too dirty. Sorry. We're being joined.
It's called the licorice stick, and it's the clarinet that I play.
We're being joined by Coley over here of no longer the Booze League, because last time she was here, we made it very clear that we poached her,
That's right.
and there's been
Yeah.
no other shows put out to prove
She's ours now.
otherwise. Yeah. So,
Suck it,
Forever.
Booze League.
yeah. She's like, can you guys stop with the dirty jokes if I'm going to be around here more often?
Oh, no, make them dirtier.
Oh, okay.
That's what gets me to stick around.
Oh, you heard it here first.
So
Wow.
does
Heard it here
the,
first.
does
You
the
heard it
Lose-
here, folks.
Yeah.
does the Lose League now just become the Lost League?
Oh.
It's just gone. It's gone.
Bye-bye.
Sad.
Yeah. R.I.P., I guess. I'm joking. We kid, sort of. Anyways, we've given enough free promotion.
We're just assholes. Let's
We
be
are. Enough free promotion to the Booze League. This is Craft Beer Republic. Find us on the socials at Ice Cole, C-O-L-E, beer underscores in between, or after each one. FlexB beer underscores in between, of course, Craft Beer Republic and craftbeerrepublic.com. Lots to get to, hot off the heels of our live show and beer release. Can't wait to talk about that. That was a blast. And so much more. So let's stop messing around and wasting time. Let's get into some hydration over here. Yeah, you sing into that microphone, big boy.
Yeah. Singing to your heart.
Yeah. We are drinking. We're so sorry to introduce it this way. MadeWest's 6th Anniversary Double IPA.
Oh, that's what this is. What a treat.
This is 8%, has a 412 on Untapped after 561 ratings, which is pretty good since it's just dropped this weekend. Hazy Double IPA hopped with Citra, Cryo, HBC 630, Cryo, Simcoe, and Talus. The combination of new and experimental hop varieties lend a complex character of sweet fruit, berry, and citrus with hints of pine. Maybe the berry is what I was picking up. It's something not used to. I was definitely picking up. So on the schnoz, this thing is tropical AF. I am living a
Yeah.
Hawaiian vacation on my nose over here.
It's really good.
The tongue jobber follows suit. Lots of tropical goodness. I'm getting like maybe some peach in there and some mango. No burn from the booze. The 8% is very well masked.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's dangerous. Very soft mouthfeel. You'll be happy to know, Flex.
Pillowy.
Pillowy soft.
Daddy like.
And, you know, there's a little bit of lacing.
Yes, a little bit of
I know Flex loves the
Sexiness.
lace.
Oh, yeah, a little sexy lacing going on there. Yeah.
yeah.
This is a great beer. So this, you just went and got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturday was MadeWest's anniversary, 7th anniversary. We went out there. We had like 2 hours to spend. So we ran out to Ventura, went to MadeWest, had the anniversary, which was great. They had another hazy on tap, which the name is escaping me right now, but it was, I think, even better. They were both so good. Had a couple hazies because if you're going to do MadeWest, hazies are the best over there. Hung out for a little bit. Had some Fat Boys burgers. Some really good burgers.
Ooh.
Yeah. Jalapeno popper burger.
Oh.
Easy for me to say.
That sounds
Is that
incredible.
like cream cheese on there too?
Cream cheese, jalapenos,
God
bacon.
Dang it.
Yeah, it was
What was the truck called?
Fat Boys.
Oh,
Super healthy.
we need to find out where they're headed next. That sounds.
Yeah.
I don't even crave burgers. I just.
Yeah, my
that
heart is
sounds
actually racing after listening to this. Like
Right?
I
My heart
need
was
this
racing
burger.
after digesting it. I mean, let me tell you. But it was
Wow.
delicious. I think they're out of Oxnard, California. That's what my credit card slip said when I
Okay.
was checking after the fact. I was like, Fat Boys, Oxnard. Okay. It's delicious though. If you're in the SoCal area and you see them, I highly recommend it. But couldn't stay too long, but did the research we needed to do. Had some fun. Was hoping to see Spencer. He was not out there, but the beer was good. So then we head back home to do important adult things.
Oh, the HBC 630 though, that's been like a really popular hop within the last, I would say, 12 months. So I see that one getting like its own name.
Okay.
I think so. I don't know how that actually goes down because I'm not a scientist or a beer lawyer.
Yeah, I don't know. Not yet, you're not. Yeah. Beer lawyer or beer lawyer / scientist. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's like it becomes popular enough and they're like, all right, we'll keep it. And then they give a real name. I don't know. Because like Idaho 7, I think became like Idaho Gem or something. Like it was real creative like that. Like they just changed the number. I don't remember. I could be making that up. So anyways, but the anniversary was fun. The beer was great. Yeah. Congrats to MadeWest for making it 7 years. I remember.
Yeah. Happy anniversary.
Yeah. I remember they were just a little old MadeWest and nobody had heard of them. And now Stone's distributing. They got 2 locations, including one on a beach. It's
and still have the best hazy pale around, right?
Yeah. Well, the best, it's not, the pale's not hazy. I still.
Oh, it is a pale ale. Yeah.
It's the best pale ale around that's regularly made. And their hazy, I think, is the best regularly made hazy in the whole area as well.
I'll co-sign that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like other people put out great hazies, but not, not as a core beer. So good. What else? Oh, like I said, live show. Last week we had the live show at Pedals Pints with Monica for the beer release, for the release of These Guavas Are Making Me Thirsty. And I don't know, you could corroborate my story, but goddamn, that was good.
It was incredible. I was looking forward to it all week, and I had shitty weeks at work, and that just made everything go away. It was the most delicious beer.
So good.
I could just drink it and drink it and drink it.
Yeah. It's like 4% so it's nice and light.
Mm-hmm.
Monica snuck some over a couple days before the show. I was like, hey, can we talk show? She's like, yeah, can I bring a crowler over? I was like, does the Pope shit in the woods? Like, abso-fucking-lutely. And so she came over and we did some talking of the upcoming show and then a little research with that. And it was, so good. I was so happy the way it came out, as if I had anything to do with it. But she nailed it. Like just the right amount of salt, the right amount of guava. We had that, I don't know what, it wasn't a goza, but like a tart last night that I brought over.
Oh, yeah.
And that one was good, but I don't think they got like the fruit amounts are so light. Like you could hardly taste the fruit. Like Monica nailed it. She just got that guava like right there. I mean, not too much. It's not like a 450 North, but
no. It's like fairly clear.
Yeah.
It just has
a little hint of pink.
Yeah, just
to
a
it.
burst.
Really
of,
good flavor to it.
A burst of that guava,
And that
but
salt.
super tart, and the salt.
Yeah.
And
Super nice.
it was amazing. And the show was great.
Well, thanks.
So entertaining.
Stop it. Yeah, I had a blast. I haven't done one of those since Naughty Pine Batch 300 back in, I think, April of 22. And
was it that long ago for real?
Yeah, it's been a hot
I
minute.
was going to say, was it the summer? Was it April?
I think it was
Gosh.
April or May, whenever 300 was. If you guys haven't heard that, go back and listen to
Dang,
Brit,
dude,
but-
dang.
Yeah, it's always nerve-wracking for a guy who doesn't do well with like public speaking. And so Monica and I had a couple of beverages before we went out. In fact, she preloaded before she even showed up. She's like, I had a couple beers already. I was like, oh,
She had
we'll see how this
beverages before she had beverages.
goes. Exactly.
That's
and then we had a flight
outstanding.
on the show and a couple of pints. So
And then we
anyways,
hung out after.
yeah, closed the place down.
A lot of people showed up, though. You had a great
Yeah.
turnout.
Chew showed up with his wife and
Mama
sister.
Chew, right?
Mama Chew was there, the Pozole Queen.
Oh my God. And she is so cute. So
Yeah.
I went over to like introduce myself and thank her again for making everything from scratch, making it delicious, and like meeting the woman behind the food.
Right.
And she told her daughter she wanted a picture with me. So we got a picture and I like almost cried. It was so cute. She's
That's adorable.
She's adorable. It was so much fun.
And a lot of what she was saying was she was speaking in Spanish, and Chew was sort of translating for us. And I said at one point, I said, thank you so much. Everything was so amazing. Just was thanking her also. And she said something to Chew, and I was like, what'd she say? And he goes, oh, she said you can come over and eat whenever you want. I was like, fuck yeah. You're going to be so sorry.
That's the ultimate, man.
Yeah.
And then I got to meet another listener,
Pablo.
Pablo.
Yeah, Pablo showed up. Pablo sends me funny shit all the time.
Wait, we have more people who listen? That's crazy.
Yeah.
None of them are Finnish either. None of them are from Finland.
Or where Slovakia? Is that where we're
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. The Slovakian Chuvak.
Yeah.
6% of my dog.
Yeah. Or if there's a Slovakian version of Chew Your Beer, it'd be like Chuvakian.
Yeah, Chuvakian.
Yeah. So, yeah,
that actually
Pablo
rolls off the tongue quite nicely.
It's a Star Wars character. Pablo was there. Jerry from Daughters of Nikasi came with her friend. I believe her name was Debbie. This very nice older couple was sitting like right in front of where the table was set up. They're like the first thing I saw when I looked out. And it was funny. They were there before we started setting up, and they started setting up, and they were hanging out. And the wife was like, man, I hope they leave so we can snag that table for the friends and everything, be like a little up close table. And they weren't leaving. It's getting to showtime. I was like, they don't look like they're going to be leaving at all. So they stuck it through the entire show. And afterwards, so nice, the lady comes up and she goes, I didn't realize what this was. I thought you were another brewery. I was like, oh, no, we do this every week. And, explain like sometimes we do the live shows / interviews. And most of the time we're doing like what we're doing now. She goes, that is so cool. I am going to follow you guys and listen. So,
oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad. I didn't catch her name. So shout out to the very nice lady who was sitting right in front of me the entire time we were doing the show, who stuck it through and enjoyed herself. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed. And it was a blast for me. Hope everyone there had fun. And thanks for coming out. Of course, thanks to Monica for A, the collab, and then B, setting this all up. And thanks to Pedals and Brad and for Wiley for helping out and everybody. It was a good time, and hopefully it was good for Pedals too. I mean, a lot of people showed up. I was pleasantly surprised.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then a lot of people stuck around that weren't there for the show. I was like, all right.
Yeah, we got some afterwards beers, and Wiley took some great photos.
Yeah, he did.
Of you guys. He's really talented.
I've seen a couple of them so far. They're good shots.
He did a great job.
Yeah, it was a great night. So much fun. Glad we got to do it. I needed to get some more of that. These guavas are making me thirsty because it's delicious. It's a good football beer. You just drink that shit all day long.
Oh, yeah.
And then finally, I'll end it with this story. Coley reminded me right before we went to air. I guess I won't mention the brewery because this wasn't a negative, but I don't want to like accidentally get her in trouble in case the owners find this as a negative. But
I'm just wondering why I was the first person to cross Coley's mind.
Oh, you're going to
when
find
this
out.
happened. So
you will find out.
I'm on the edge of my seat over here.
Yeah, we went to a brewery that has both food and beer. Both are delicious. And we were meeting up. In fact, we were meeting up with James and Monica and your friend Jess and the wives and the husbands and everything. So we're there, and we'd already gotten a round or two ordered, I think. I think this is like round 2.
I think this was the first round.
Was it first round? And oh, that's right.
The waitress was taking our orders.
Yeah.
So she had gotten to like Monica and then Shannon and myself. And then she went across the table to Nick, and then she was
right, and she has a very thick German.
I think she was
accent.
German. I called her Hildegard.
Yeah,
I didn't know what her name was.
And she looks over at me. She goes, "And for you, Daddy."
and she, the way she said it though, it was like, "And for you, Daddy."
Hell yeah,
yeah.
And it was very like, oh my god. And I looked at everyone like, did everyone else just hear? Like, I'm not. Please tell me I'm not crazy. She fucking called him Daddy.
Yeah, and I look over. I glance over because across from me is like Shannon and Coley. I glance over like, did I hear that? Is that we heard Daddy?
I mean,
right?
I just was like, I made eye contact, and then I looked down because I was like, I'm gonna start laughing. I have to stop.
Of course you have to laugh. That's ridiculous.
And then when she brought the beer, she said something, and here's for you, Daddy, or whatever with the beer.
Yeah.
And Nick said Greg's never taken a beer so quickly in his life. Like that's.
And then, of course, the rest of the day, Nick called me Daddy, especially when she was around us.
Yeah, we tried. We made it as awkward as possible.
It was great. Yeah. Daddy would like another beer, please.
Yeah. Can Daddy get another beer? Yeah. It was so awkward.
That couldn't have made me any happier.
Oh.
And I immediately thought of you and was like, we have to tell Flex this. Like,
yeah,
this,
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, makes total sense. Now, as we were getting ready for the show, she's like, did you tell Flex? I'm like, tell Flex what? About the XYZ brewery story. I was like, I don't know. She goes, Daddy. I'm like, oh shit, that's right.
It was so fucking funny. I've never heard anyone go through it's just usually like, sir,
normal, yeah.
or what would you have? But I know I wasn't crazy. And she said it and I was like, guys.
Yeah. Outside of children, flex, or sexual positions, when have you heard someone call someone daddy?
Apparently Hildegard does it on the regular.
Maybe you're just giving the vibe, man.
Maybe she thought I was rolling solo or something. You know, the wife wasn't sitting next to me, and I don't even know where my ring is, so maybe I was giving off those daddy vibes. You never know.
Daddy.
It was so good.
Oh, that was fun.
That's brilliant. I'm jealous, actually. I'm kind of jealous.
I wish you could have been there, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, that would have been too perfect.
True. Wish she should have called you daddy at that point. But
it almost would have been like it was a made-up story, and nobody would believe us.
That's probably true. So, as we record it, today's Monday. We record on Mondays generally. Did you do any Monday lunch and beer gathering?
Oh, well, you know I did, because it's Monday.
Because it's fucking Monday.
I did. So Flex is, working on his self a little bit. So I'm trying to stay away from like the poor food choices, but I'm still drinking a lot of beer.
Well, that's
and
not a poor
believe
food
it or
choice.
not,
it
works.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to let everybody know that, beer, it's not too horrible, for physiques. Just stay away from the fried stuff. But anyway, I went out. My favorite bartender was up at Eagle Park today. Cruised up with my buddy Duke of Drinkability. Had ourselves some awesome beers, a couple hazies because we're haze boys.
Mm-hmm.
Had their tropical slush beer, which they've been doing ever since 6 years ago, and they just knock it out of the park. It's total pineapple, mango, papaya vibes, just 8%, super gnarly. But also, I mentioned, my favorite beer tender being up there, bartender.
Yeah.
Just treat your bartenders just really kind. Like,
don't be a dick.
Yeah, don't be a dick, right? So he was telling us a story how this guy came in for 64 packs of beer. Like
That's
60. Right. And
was Scott in Milwaukee?
I don't know. Scott, bark twice. Bark twice if you are in Milwaukee. So he put together this huge order for this dude. So on top of the 64 packs for whatever he needed it for, he got 4 more cases for himself. And this dude, got all the beers together, carried them to the gentleman's car. The dude was a member of the brewery as well.
Okay.
And totally stiffed him on any kind of
come on
tip whatsoever.
Such a dick move.
Super dick move. Don't be that guy. We did start talking about how, like, the ongoing debate, do you tip for to-go beer? And we've talked about it before, right?
Yeah.
And even, Sam was saying, hey, I understand you come in here for a 4-pack, 2 4-packs. It takes me 2 seconds to turn around, take them out of the cooler, plop them on the counter. He's like, I don't expect anything from that. He's like, but when it takes me 20 minutes to get your order together,
man,
and I carry it to your car, like, not even like a $10, like, hey man, thanks for all the work you put in.
Right. If his Apple Watch is asking him if he wants to start a workout, I think he deserves a tip.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah. Look, if I walk into a brewery and I get like 1 4-pack, I'm not apt to start throwing down cash at the beer tender who literally turned around and grabbed a 4-pack. But Jesus Christ, if you're loading the trunk of your car like some fucking jabroni at Treehouse, then,
jabroni,
then tip the guy, please.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's doing going above and beyond, really.
Yeah.
And,
next time the guy comes in, he's just
well, that's the thing too. Is like you're a member at the brewery, so like this guy is not going to forget who you were.
Right.
Which makes it almost worse for the patron, unfortunately. Yeah. But
that's the thing too. I feel like, if you frequent a brewery and you kind of like, we frequent some and we know some of the staff
Absolutely.
at them, even if they're brewery restaurants, whatever. I just feel like we frequent them enough. We know them. I mean, even if I get to-go beers, I'll leave a buck. Like just
I've gotten to the point where I will do that as well.
And it's just, like you said, them grabbing me a 4-pack, or I'm just paying for it. They're like, oh, grab the 4-pack on the way out or whatever.
Right.
All right, cool. I'll give them a buck. Like, because I know them. And it's like,
I mean, if I'm hitting the fridge
and not only do you know them, but when they recognize you, like that's when it really hits. Like, wow, like this is like Greg's wearing a cheer shirt right now, right? Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name, right?
Sure.
That's what makes you comfortable. That's what makes you happy. It brings the vibes up. And
I have found that maybe too many people know my name. I might have a problem, but it is nice. Walking to Naughty Pine. Hey, Greg. Walking to 14. Hey,
Pedals.
So
Yeah.
sometimes I walk into breweries like, get the fuck out of here. But overall, it's hey, Greg.
Yeah. But yeah, being a kind, nice patron as we always are. I got flipped a free 4-pack today.
Nice.
So I just want to
Excellent.
big shout out to Sam, best bartender this side of the Mississippi.
Shout out to Sam. That reminds me, super quick. I was at a Yard House, which if you don't have any near you, it's a restaurant / bar with, I don't know, they have like 100 tabs.
Something like that.
Absolute garbage, 95% of them. I was having it's like, you guys have 100 taps and I'm having a hard time finding a beer. Anyways, quick story. I was there by myself because I was traveling for work. Got a beer, got some dinner, and they were doing, some group next to me was huge. They were doing like a group photo and the waiter was taking it. And I happened to see that I was like right in aim of the lens. And so I just started making faces and like drinking my beer funny and that kind of stuff and photo bombing. And then like a minute later, one of the girls is doing selfies. And so I was like, oh, I can see myself in her fucking camera. What an idiot. So I started making faces again. And like the waiter kind of recognized when he was taking the picture, kind of like poked his head up and smiled and like half chuckled. And so a few minutes later comes by, he's like, need anything? I was like, yeah, I'll get another one of these. And he's like, cool. And it's just a small, like a 16 ounce, whatever. And he comes back with their yard, which is, 3-foot beer.
Jesus.
And I was like, the big one, huh? And he's like, yeah, big one. I was like, okay. I'm thinking like, fuck, this is gonna be expensive. And I got the bill. And he totally didn't charge me for it. So I guess I was nice and I gave him a chuckle for the night or something. So.
Daddy.
Yeah, it's all about making people's day too. You know,
so.
like you never know what people got going on, or people don't know what you have ever going on. But to just be kind, right?
Exactly. And something you said reminded me, so hardly connected, but back to the Pedals live show real quick. Our homie Spencer, who's been on the show, works over at MadeWest.
Yeah, he's super tight.
Super cool guy. He stopped into the brewery earlier that day because he had to work that night, dropped off some beers for Monica and I, and said like, hey, can you put these in the fridge? Spencer, thank you so much. Monica and I got shittered. We totally forgot about the beers. And then a couple days later, I texted Monica and I was like, any chance Spencer beers are still there? She's like, hold on. 5 minutes later, she goes, no, they're gone. We did not get to enjoy your beer. But I appreciate you thinking of us. That was very nice. And hopefully it's one of the beers I had at the anniversary or something. So
it's such a bummer.
I
wonder
know
who took them.
Somebody who's going to get their ass kicked.
Yeah, I'll kick it.
Yeah. Maybe it was Monica. She just doesn't want to tell me.
No, she would never.
I'm joking. So,
she's the nicest person ever.
Yes. All right. Before we get to some news, I think it's time we answer a very important question over here.
In a world where craft beer is king, a world where muscles are bigger than growlers,
He's hulking up.
one tongue can guide us. One man, one tongue.
He's got a beer.
Tongue jobber. In this world, we must find out what is Flex drinking.
We're like, what is Flex doing?
This is a show, all right.
Yeah, I'm hard.
Yeah, I'm just getting super fucking psyched for this shit.
Yeah.
So today, Flex is drinking Young Blood Beer Company out of Madison, Wisconsin here. They're slowly becoming one of my favorites in the state. And I'm drinking codename Hurricane Lucas, an Imperial American IPA. And it's funny, you read the wrong description earlier of your beer.
I definitely did.
And we won't have to tell the audience about that if you take it out.
Yeah,
but
if it was right, I didn't do it. And if it's wrong,
but it said the most important part about it, it said it had the Strata hop in there.
Oh, uh-huh.
So Strata hops are something I don't normally seek out. I always think they're kind of not overrated, but I just never had anything exciting with the Strata hop, right?
They're kind of a basic hop.
Yeah, so that actually kind of struck me when I looked at this beer, and it is exclusively dry hopped with Strata. Right? So it's a 9.3% ABV.
Yowzers.
And the can reads Stone-esque.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I got to get my old man eyes ready. This can holds a shout out to our favorite bartender in all Madison and all around great human, Lucas Andres. Before he was a proper Mixmaster 3000, Lucas was out bombing the hills in Boise, Idaho. The code name given to him by his crew in Idaho was Hurricane Lucas. He may have mellowed out these days and left that nickname behind, but the custom t-shirts will live forever. This American-style Imperial IPA is a fitting tribute. Big and thick, daddy, with a rich body while getting dry hopped solely with strata for all its juicy passion fruit and sticky grapefruit notes. So here's why I love these guys so much. Not only their ridiculous descriptions, but they tell you the notes that you're going to taste on the can. And my fucking goodness, I don't even pardon my French. They nail these notes every damn time, right? Nice. So on the old schnoz,
ooh, look at that color.
You just get mega passion fruit. Like all it is fresh passion fruit. This color is super coppery, very West Coasty, hazy, not see-through, so it's not like a classic West Coast, but
kind of cloudy.
Yeah, and then you get the old tongue jobber ready.
My favorite part.
Yeah, the entire show. I
mean, it really is. It's rich. It's thick. It's like 85% passion fruit, a little bit of malt, and then that sticky grapefruit at the end. It's a fucking banger, man. I'm actually going to go pick up more of this tomorrow. I like it so much. Nice. And one thing I don't do is buy... I really don't do it because I try and drink different beers, buy different beers every time I buy stuff. And I rarely ever buy the same beer over again. And this one I'm actively going to go out and buy again because it's that fucking good.
That's saying something.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And also for the algorithm, Greg.
Yes. Oh, most importantly.
9.3%. $13.99 for the 4-pack. Yes.
Good God.
Wow.
How do they afford to stay in business?
That's a cheap way to get drunk.
Yeah.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
That is that's a panty dropper and I would probably just need 1.5.
You don't even have to make a label for the can with that. No. You know, like can art, not even in that, doesn't even have to fit in the ratio.
No, I do like their can art scheme. Like everything looks like it's part of the same brewery.
Yeah, it's very cool.
They do a good job with the brand.
And all these Imperials and triples that they do, they all have like this teal label and yeah, it's super gnarly. These guys are great.
Nice. Very nice. All right, let's get a little news in before we head on out of here. Brad, I'm going to script this name. Brad Cominick from Green Cheek Brewing, which is pretty popular out here, is leaving Green Cheek to open up Villains Brewing along with Isaiah Hernandez of Smoke Fire Restaurants. They are taking over the old Modern Times Leisure Town spot. That's the one with the pool in Anaheim that just closed a few months ago.
Yes, that would be fun.
What is this place called? Villains Brewing?
Villains Brewing.
Okay, that's a super tight name.
It's a super cool name. They're going to turn part of it into a steakhouse. And per the lease on the building, they are keeping the pool. They have to keep the pool. So
nice.
Get your trunks and have some steaks and beers, everybody.
That
so
sounds
could you imagine
really
ordering
fun.
like a 12-ounce fillet in your swim trunks?
That'd be so good.
Eating a nice rare 12-ounce fillet.
Yeah.
Do they supply the bib or do you have to bring your own?
Oh, good question. Maybe just jump in the pool.
I was just going to say you
probably
just jump in the pool and rinse off, right?
Yeah. Easy peasy. It's more environmentally friendly.
Sounds like some tasty water.
Yeah.
Chlorine.
A little salty. That's looking to open in April of 23. New Belgium is blowing up the internets right now after debuting a revamped Fat Tire branding as well as new recipe for Fat Tire.
I saw an article, but I didn't read it.
So that's why it's popping up.
Apparently, they're no longer calling it an amber ale because it is no longer amber. It looks more like a lager. It looks like a slightly darker lager, and it's just called Fat Tire Ale.
Okay.
Cool story.
Yeah. It's like, all right, what's next? Sierra Nevada going to reformat Sierra Nevada Pale Ale to be hazy or something? It's like, stick to your guns.
They're just trying to
and
get
that was
money
always
wherever
such a
they can.
classic beer, man.
It was always such a
Like
classic beer.
Fat Tire?
Yeah. I mean,
it was one of the first craft beers besides Sierra Nevada that was available. They had it at TGI Fridays out here.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I mean, that was like...
And that's where we'd get it when we were like 21, 22.
Yeah, it was like Sierra Nevada and Fat Tire were fancy beers.
Mm-hmm.
And then a little bit later, like Stone IPA joined that crowd.
Yes.
But yeah, those were like on the top by themselves forever. I don't know that it was a problem with Fat Tire. I think it was a problem with selling out. I think that's probably why business has declined a little bit. But
it's definitely declined for me. So
yeah, I haven't had anything in quite some time. We talked about this a few months ago. Tilray acquired, I'm going to fuck this up, Montauk Brewing, and Beer Girl Melissa will fix that for me.
No, it's Montauk, yeah.
There we go, Montauk. And so anyways, they released the sale price, and that was $35 million.
Yowzers.
Yeah, so
that's a lot.
It's no Ballast Point billion, but still going for a lot of money these days. Weird story coming out of North Carolina. I hate saying this one. Brewery.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Yeah. Suddenly laid off 25 employees and shut down their Charlotte tap room only 6 months after opening that other location. And it was without notice and just like, all right, everybody, you're all out of a job.
Nice.
Yeah.
How nice of them.
Very nice. And
Kind of makes you think somebody just came in and like bought them out.
Maybe, but their original spot's still open, and they claim they're working towards reopening. It sounds like they're having some money issues, or God, hopefully it's not like a health department thing. Or
Sounds like a McLeod deal.
Okay. Oh man, the McLeod saga out here.
I just saw Steve and Melissa were there, so I don't.
Yeah, I mean they're open, and I think they're sometimes making pizza, and I hear things are weirder than fucking ever over there. So. Yeah, good luck if they have any employees and you're working there. Good news, Seattle, Russian River is beginning to distribute back up to your hood. It's been over a decade since they did, and now that they're making a lot of beer, they're coming back up north, so look out for some goods over there.
Lucky.
The Brewers Association is going to increase membership dues for breweries. So any brewery owners or brewers that are listening, listen up. It's going up $30 per month. And there's various tiers, but as long as you're making under 60,000 barrels a year, it's going up $30. If you're making more than that, it's a fucking algorithm because you're making a lot of beer. This was a fun one for me. Sazerac, who owns Fireball.
Okay.
Any Fireball enjoyers in
Not
here?
really.
It's the one alcohol, the one that I can never drink again.
Oh yeah, I can't. Smelling it makes me yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah, it's smells like regret. They've been hit with a class action lawsuit over their mini airplane size bottles of Fireball. Apparently, Fireball, the normal size, is a whiskey based drink. The small ones are not.
What are they?
Yeah.
Are they malt liquor?
They're malt based, and they're called Fireball Cinnamon Product or something like that. So anyways, in order to skirt some tax laws and some TTB laws, they make it a malt beverage so that they can sell it in more locations. And it's classified in the beer category, where the full-size one is a whiskey. And they're now being sued for misleading consumers into thinking it was whiskey, and it's not at all.
Well, that's stupid on their part.
This is news to me. I mean, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So if you're buying the little ones, it's not the same thing.
Because Cheeks has the little ones all the time.
So would that be like the strongest beer on the market?
No, I think I read that it's about 16%, those little ones. Okay. So I mean, like 120 IPA is stronger than that.
Yeah.
My head. So no, it's not the strongest. It's just they're skirting some tax law. So I imagine, it's probably half the ABV of regular Fireball, and yeah, it's pretty shady practicing. So way to go, Sazerac, you douches.
Yeah, well, your alcohol's disgusting, and I can't drink it anymore anyways. Yeah. Screw you.
Say Sazerac, more like ball sackerac.
Yeah, I agree.
COVID. Still. We'll end it with this one. I think this is a fun story because, hey, fuck dry January.
Yeah, it's the worst.
It's such a bad idea.
My boss said, oh, God bless New Bar. He said he had a moist January. He's like, I started off dry and here I am. It was moist. Oh, man.
Anybody out there love that word moist? Yeah.
I don't understand why people don't like it.
I know some people are so weird about it. I think my wife's one of them. But anyway, so here are the states most and least likely to participate in dry January.
I'm really hoping we're up there.
Give me 2. Sorry.
Most likely, top 10. Starting at number 10, Mississippi. Then Zach's Hood, Indiana.
Good for Zach.
Yeah, I think he's helped keeping them in the 9 spot instead of the 8 spot. Number 8, Tennessee. Number 7, Arkansas. Number 6, Alabama, man. Number 5,
Roll Tide.
Oh God, here we go.
Roll Tide, roll Tide, roll
Where's that
Tide, roll
song?
Tide, roll Tide.
Number 5, Oklahoma. Number 4, Kentucky. Number 3.
Wait, so these are the states least likely to participate?
most likely. So the driest.
Oh, most likely. Okay.
Yeah, the driest in January. Number 3, Georgia. Number 2, West Virginia. And number 1, Utah.
Give me 2.
Give me 1.
Jeez, I thought this was the least likely. I'm sorry.
No, most likely to be
I'm
dry.
really excited. I guessed that.
Yeah.
Well, that's because Utah's the worst.
The worst.
The worst.
The worst.
Miss Tipsy Socks.
Sorry,
Yeah.
hon, but yeah.
And then
but
here.
why are all the states all southern states though?
I think they're a little.
Did anybody like follow that? Like,
Well, the Bible Belt, you know?
Yeah. I'm sure most of those states have dry counties and no buying shit on Sunday laws, and yeah.
so like,
It's probably very easy to
so it's
participate.
like real
they're
time.
Yeah.
It's like
"Fuck
real
it."
time Smokey and the
stretch.
Bandit down there. Like we
Yeah.
can still like moonshine.
Eastbound and down. Yeah.
Loaded up in trucking.
So, and here for Flex is the least likely top 5.
Okay,
least
this is what I
likely
thought it was. I
states.
feel like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I was surprised by number 1. So starting at the bottom, number 5, Vermont. Number 4, Wyoming. Number 3, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Number 2, Alaska. Because what the fuck else are you gonna do? Yeah.
It's dark. I don't know, 20 hours a
but
day,
it's
22 hours a day.
illegal to
January.
act drunk in public.
That's true, but not at your house.
Not
I
at your
guess.
house.
I
Yeah.
guess.
You can feed moose alcohol again.
Getting drunk with meese.
Me.
Mice, mooses. And then the number 1 state least likely.
Wait. Rhode Island?
Dry January. Not Rhode Island. It's a much larger state than that in size, not in population. Montana.
Dang.
I guess just like Alaska, what the fuck else are you going to do out there?
Well, I thought about that when you said Wyoming and even
Yeah.
Vermont. It's like,
Vermont,
what's,
yeah.
like, you know.
There's a lot of what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I feel like the Dakotas would be on there as
Yeah.
well because it's just cold as hell and, you know.
I guess not. I guess they must have slightly more to do over there. Or
Just-
maybe like these states don't have heat. So they have to drink to stay warm.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe that too.
So who knows? But I was a little disappointed California didn't make that list.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, come on, California. Step up your
I mean,
drinking
that was
game.
only top 5 though. Maybe you guys are in the top 10.
Maybe, but we need to try harder either way. So
Get better, California.
do better. All right, that is everything. Thank you guys so much for hanging and for drinking. I'm going to hit some music over here. Going to say hi to Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa.
I'm going to encourage you to check us all out on the grams. Flex Me a Beer underscores in between. Ice Cold Beer underscores after each one. And of course, Craft Beer Republic. CraftBeerRepublic.com. 805-538-BEER. It's 2337. I believe that's everything. So I hope everyone is staying very well hydrated.
And on that note,
Good night, everybody.